There's a version of freedom we're constantly sold. Freedom as comforts, freedom as options, and freedom as visibility. In 2026, we're more free than ever. We can move, we can create, we can earn, we can speak, and we can choose. And yet, so many of us still feel internally confined. Hi, my name is Treasure. I'm an artist and a writer. And on this channel, I document my journey back to myself. And I hope to inspire you to build a life that feels like yours. Modern liberation looks like external choice and internal fear. We're free to do many things, but terrified of doing the wrong thing. We're free to explore, but pressured to optimize on every move. Free to express ourselves, but only in ways that are palatable, profitable, and understood. So the question becomes, if we're so free, why are we still searching for liberation? Growing up Nigerian, I realized later in life that our ancestors were never obsessed with freedom as an escape. They were obsessed with freedom as self-mastery. I want to share a few Nigerian proverbs that have shaped the way I think about freedom, especially in relation to what self-liberation actually looks like. Most of the proverbs are from the Yoruba tribe. I'm not Yoruba, so I will not be saying these in the Yoruba language, but I'll add the captions in a video. The first proverb: a child who knows how to wash his hands properly will dine with elders. This proverb isn't about obedience, it's about self-discipline. True freedom isn't about doing whatever you want. It's knowing how to govern yourself well enough to be trusted with more. Self-liberation begins with restraint, with learning when to speak, when to move, and when to wait. Not everything that feels restrictive is oppression. Some things are preparation. The second proverb: the eye that has seen a snake will fear even a worm. This isn't about living in fear. It's about memory as wisdom. Your past struggles weren't wasted. They sharpened your discernment. And being liberated is knowing yourself well enough not to panic at every shadow. No one truly liberates themselves alone. Self-liberation doesn't mean isolation. Wisdom is communal. Perspective is shared. And sometimes the fastest way forward is slowing down long enough to listen. Now, I heard this one quite a lot growing up. No matter how hot anger is, it cannot cook yams. This proverb dismantles the lie that intensity equals progress. Rage doesn't bring peace, and bitterness doesn't bring any clarity. Destructive emotions feel very powerful, but they don't nourish you. True liberation isn't emotional explosion. It's emotional governance. The cow that follows the donkey will eat donkey dung. Now, this one is sharp and I feel like it's relatable in today's society. It's about imitation without discernment. If you follow someone else's path blindly, their values, their pace, their own definition of success, you inherit their consequences too. Liberation requires authorship. In this day and age, it's important to not pretend that money doesn't matter, but also not to worship it. Money is a tool and not an identity. And freedom isn't being ruled by lack or excess. It's knowing exactly what money is for and also what it can never ever replace. On to the next. No one knows who will become king. This is also another very relatable one because it humbles timelines. Your current position is not your final meaning. Self-liberation is releasing the pressure to arrive too soon. And I'm sure many of us can relate to this. And this is something I'm actively learning to release as well. Some seasons are not for recognition, they're for formation. And this perfectly links to the next proverb, which says, "The lizard that jumped from the high Iroquois tree praised itself when no one else did." This one is about self-validation and not arrogance or performance, but knowing when to acknowledge your own growth. If you wait for permission to value yourself, you may end up waiting forever. Liberation is learning to witness your own becoming, and that is very, very, very important. Last but not least, it is not strength that climbs the tree, but endurance. True freedom is not force, it's grit, it's consistency, it's belief. It's staying when it would be easier to abandon yourself. Now, Nigerian proverbs don't give us the answers. They ask us to trust the time, resist imitation, stay rooted in who we are, master ourselves, and regulate our emotions. Liberation isn't a destination, it's a practice. It's a continuous return to honesty. Now, here is my invitation to you. This week, choose just one Nigerian proverb, sit with it, and let it meet your life where you actually are right now, not where you wish you were. Because sometimes the words that free us have been waiting for us longer than we realize. Thank you for sitting with me today, and I will see you in my next video.